I'm with Steve Bauer, pre-match. He'll be commentating tonight on Aldershot Town against Forest Green Rovers. Now, Steve, you've been here a few times before, haven't you?
Happy memories here, yeah. The title under Gary Waddock and John McGinty, God rest his soul. So, no, very good. We've done Aldershot away games since then, but I haven't actually been back to this stadium. So, I seem to remember a League Cup final as well on penalties.
That's the one.
The Shield, was it?
Yeah.
No, good, happy memories. I have to say that the stadium hasn't changed, but the pitch looks, obviously with Chelsea playing here, the pitch looks really good. So, all set.
We've got great memories of that season too. I think we were on the Setanta, as it was at the time, cameras 7 times and won all 7 times. That was a special season. Things have been a little bit tougher since then, but we've got some interesting opposition in town tonight too, haven't we? And Forest Green Rovers may have been on a bit of a sticky run of late, but they're top of the table for a reason.
They are. They've attracted some of the better players in the division. They've kept what they wanted to keep from the team that finished in the top 5 last year. But I still think, this season, as good a start. Listen, 9 wins out of 9 at the start of the season was fantastic. But as good a start as Forest Green made, I don't see them running away with this league at all this season. You've got to remember that they've never been in the top 5 until last season. Although they've got experienced players, that will stand them in good stead. But I think this is going to be as tight a league as I can remember this season. And I think, yes, obviously Forest Green will be up there, but it was early days. People were getting carried away. Yes, they're coming here tonight without a winning 5, and we'll see how they react. But because of the financial backing they've got, they'll always attract players. But as has been proven in many leagues over the years, not just this league, which is so difficult to get out of, the best players don't always get out of the league.
And you yourself, Steve, obviously love your football. It comes across in your commentaries, and I'm sure I've heard your match of the day a few times, so you're getting a few bigger gigs, but do you still love being involved at this level as well?
I get that question asked to me weekly. Why do you still do the National League when you've got the Premier League and the Champions League? Simple answer, you rightly say I love my football, particularly at this level. I just love its honesty. I love the standard, that we are, being part of probably 3 or 4 different TV stations now trying to showcase this league. I don't think it's ever had a bigger platform than BT's giving it at the moment. And I don't think it's any secret when you look at over the last 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons, the amount of managers and players that have got moves, deservedly so, higher up. I mean, the story I recount to many people at recent times has been my first trip to Highbury at Fleetwood, was being in Mickey Mellon's office and telling me about his striker that had just come from the Conference North that will play for England in the Premier League one day. And I remember nearly spitting my coffee out. Of course, he was talking about Jamie Vardy. Yeah. And at the time, he'd played 20 games in the conference. Yeah. But his manager knew. He said, "This boy, as long as he's got his head right, this boy will play in the Premier League and he'll play for England." And as we speak now, Jamie Vardy's a member of Roy Hodgson's squad. Having 4 years having won the conference. Now, obviously, there aren't that many of those about. But what I'm saying is, the standards here. I enjoy seeing that. I enjoy promoting it and helping players and managers on. And like I say, seeing the honesty. Sometimes you get in the Premier League and Champions League bubble. As good as the football is, you don't get the intimacy. And here you do, and that's why when I can't always do it, but when I can, I still love coming to these games.
Brilliant stuff. And final question, I'm not going to be so naive as to ask you to predict the score tonight. Obviously you're impartial, but from what you know of this league and what you've seen and heard in your preparation as well, is there perhaps a player from each side tonight that you're looking forward to seeing?
I've seen Aldershot already this season at Tranmere, where he took the lead and lost 3-1. I've seen plenty of clips of Forest Green. Forest Green, the obvious one is John Parkin for obvious reasons we know about, but just watch out for Marsh Brown, who's got real ability, who was at Barnet last season. A few problems off the pitch, but he can play a lot higher if his head's right. We say that about a lot of players in this league. And Aldershot, I've just been talking to him actually. I mean, I've seen him at many clubs, Barnes Homer, and he's just been telling me he's had 4. Obviously, his strike partner's getting all the headlines at the moment, and Brodie's not quite right to start tonight, but Barnes Homer, when he's on his game and when he's fit, he's been telling me he's had 4 injuries since he signed here. At this level, experience now, 29, when he clicks, he can finish. And he's a player. And if he gets 10, 12 games if he gets off the mark and gets 10, 12 games consistently, when I commentated on the FA Cup a few years ago when Macclesfield got to the 4th round, he was sensational for Macclesfield. So he's a great lad as well. So I hope as you say, I'm impartial, but I hope he gets scoring soon and gets a run in the team, because he could be a really good player for Aldershot.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, and have a good night to yourself.
No problem.
Tonight.
Pleasure.
Cheers, Steve.
Okay.
Thank you, mate.